Writing a news story. Hello, I am Kimberly Claire C. Amascual, your research speaker for this session. In this video, I am going to explain the basic way to write a news story. What is news? News is anything that happened recently and can be important or newsworthy to some people. So if you witness an event or heard about something that can be considered as news, as a journalist, you might have to write a news story. Most interesting news story use inverted pyramid for many reasons. It benefits harried readers, beginning journalists, headline writers, and page layout editors. As you can see from this slide, the inverted pyramid suggests that news be told in most interesting or important to least interesting or important. This style is beneficial to many different people because less time will be spent on other parts of the story that aren't as important. In order to write an effective news story, always remember the structures of news story: the headline, byline, lead, and body. First is headline. It tells what the story is all about. From this example, what do you think is the headline? That's right, the headline is Accountancy Gets 85.71% CPALE passing rate. In headline writing, it is a must to use subject-verb-object format. What do you think is the subject from the headline? That's right, it is the accountancy. While the verb, what do you think is it? Very good, the gets. And lastly, what is the object? Very easy. 85.71 CPALE passing rate. In order to catch readers' attention, the headline alone must be catchy or witty. Headline writing will be discussed further in the next session. Next is byline. It shows who wrote the story. Byline always followed by headline, so it is easy to catch where is byline. From this example, the byline or who wrote the story is Mary Grace P. G. Bornales. Byline may be one person or in a group. So next is lead. It tells the important facts, the 5 W's and H. As you can see, lead can be found in the first paragraph. In order to write lead, you must identify the main point of your story before you write it. A good journalist always asks, so what? What is this about? Or what's my point when considering gathered information? Lead is what opens any piece of journalism other than the headline. The lead is the only chance to catch your reader's attention. Readers spend only 3 seconds deciding whether to read your story based on your lead. A good lead sentence is between 20 to 25 words in length. There are many types of leads. However, we will work with the most popular, a direct news lead. This consists of a single sentence opening paragraph that contains the most important elements of the story. It answers 5 W and H: what, who, where, when, why, and how, as concisely as possible. Lead example using 5 W and H, the what lead. Wearing morally offensive attire was banned in Negros Oriental State University by the University State Security Management Office, effective June 10. Another, a lead sample from who? Dr. Maria Elsa Eliona Bulyado and Justin Bulyado presented a research paper in 12 Hawaii International Conference on Social Science in Honolulu, Hawaii, May 29, June 1. The two are faculty members of NURSO main campus. Next, an example of lead that answers where. In Tacloban City, last night, the Board of Education passed a resolution to ban the wearing of hats in all school district buildings. Another example, a lead example that answers when. Last night, the Region 8 Board of Education passed a resolution banning hat wearing in all school district buildings. Next, a lead example using why. To provide Norwegians easier access to web, the Negros Oriental State University Communication and Information System Office will implement its wireless fidelity connectivity project in MC1 and 2 in the second semester of school year 2013 and 14. Lastly, how? A lead example answers how. By a 6-1 margin last night, the Region 8 Board of Education passed a resolution banning hat wearing in all school district buildings. All of those that I have read earlier are some examples of lead that answers the 5W and H. Next is the body, lastly, the body. It contains more information and details. It usually followed by lead after the first paragraph, as you can see from this slide. So, body of the story explains or clarifies features found in the lead or add features not found in the lead. The body of the story provides details and backgrounds. So, there are things to remember in writing the body. Keep the paragraphs short, those limited to 60 words or less, or no longer than 10 type sets. Lines are preferred. Paragraphs limited to 1 to 2 sentences are preferred. Each paragraph should contain only one idea. One idea. Remember that short paragraphs encourage readers to continue reading. And next is use simple words. Don't let the readers look for dictionary. Next, make sure information introduced or outlined in the lead is covered in the same order in the body of the story. Avoid introducing new information at the end of a story. All aspects of a story should usually be introduced or outlined in the first few paragraphs. Transitions are necessary to show the reader that the writer has a sense of direction. A word, phrase, sentence, or paragraph can move the reader from one thought to another. Add attributions of prominent person. Add faculty and students' reaction. Use quote. Arrange your details in logical order. Before using the acronym of the word or phrase, elaborate it first on the previous sentences. In addition, use the position of the person. Other titles may be omitted. Note when you want to incorporate information which is not directly connected to the main story but is related, use conjunctive words or conjunctive phrase such as meanwhile, in a related, development, in this line, etc. So here is an example of news story. Top-notcher plays Dota StarCraft while reviewing for med exam. Okay, you may read it silently. You can read it, back read if you want. Now let's go back to lead. Now we are here, let's find the lead. We know that lead can usually found in the first paragraph of the story. Where do you think is it? That's right, the lead is from here to there. Now, let's identify and answer the the 5 W and H by dissecting the lead. From the lead paragraph, what phrase or sentence answers what? That's true. The what is the he topped the August 2013 physician licensure examination. Who topped the examination? Blake Warren Coloma Ang. Where? In Manila. When? August 2013. Why? By having a grade of 89.42%. So how did he top? By playing computer games like Dota 2 and StarCraft while he was taking the 3-month review classes. From the lead alone, as you can see, you will know the gist of the story. The rest of the paragraph is the details from most to least important details. I hope you learned something from the session and I hope you can be a good news story writer. Let's have the workshop. You will write a news story about today's luck sent to my messenger. Do not forget to write the following: the headline, lead, and the body. So good luck! And that's the end of my session.